Hello, this is Sebastian from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm a former social anxiety disorder sufferer and a social confidence coach, and I help people feel calm, relaxed, and at ease in social situations. And I am going to read to you an email that I send out to my email list because what I share in there is very empowering, and I don't want it to only be for the people on my email list. So you're getting this too in this format. All right, so here we go. So the headline or the subject title is, quote, "Doing this adds to your social anxiety," in between brackets, "makes it worse," end quote. And then here is the actual email. I just put on a coat to go for a walk to do some good thinking, because I want to communicate to you how the fear of being seen anxious can be a temporary thing. And as I passed a family of ducks in a pond, I thought, how can I relate to that nowadays? And the first thing that came to mind were memories where I was made fun of by my friend Paul when I was 17 or 18. And I would get visibly anxious and red. And I could see people's reactions to that. Some found it funny. Some felt sorry for me, some cringed, some looked away. And seeing their reactions made me cringe even more. I didn't want them to see my quote-unquote weakness. It made me feel like such a loser, and I judged myself as pathetic. But I couldn't do anything about my anxiety. It just happened. It was outside of my control. But that didn't stop me from trying to hide it. After all, my social anxiety was my biggest secret. I wanted everyone to think that I was normal, that I was confident and at ease, that I was strong and that I had my act together. But that was the furthest thing from the truth. However, a desire to not be seen anxious makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, who wants to be seen anxious? Now, wanting to not be seen anxious is fine, but the need to hide it is a problem. Why? Because it adds to the anxiety. Now, for me too, of course. My non-acceptance of my anxiety made it worse. The fear of them seeing me anxious caused me to be anxious about becoming anxious. And so I was already anxious going into many social situations. And since I had gotten anxious so many times and got so afraid of showing it, my subconscious had started labeling my social anxiety symptoms, the racing heart, knot in my stomach or chest or throat, the nervous energy, etc., as a threat as well. And so now, whenever I get anxious, my symptoms led to an even stronger fight, flight, freeze response, which is, as you know, our biological response to danger. And then I'd feel even more anxious. Talk about a negative cycle. Can you relate? Well, then you will love the new 4-part live coaching webinar series called Overcome the Fear of Being Seen Anxious. That starts October 15. Here I coach Damien to overcome this exact fear. And you can just join the webinar anonymously, watch it, and tap along to get rid of your fear. Or you can watch the replays that are released 24 hours after each webinar. Now, to get all the details for this live coaching webinar series and to register, go to bit.ly/seen anxious. So that is bit.ly/SEENANXIOUS. Anyway, it doesn't have to be this way. The fear of being seen anxious, just like anxiety itself, is something that is learned. And it can be unlearned through tapping on the right targets, which is what we do in the coaching webinars. Fact is this, some people get anxious and they're not worried about what others think of that. Can you believe that? Well, it's true. I saw someone very famous give a good example of this on a YouTube video. Now it requires some more explanation, and this email is getting long already, so I'll share it in tomorrow's email. I'll talk to you then, Seb. P.S. Until then, ponder this question. What would that be like if you no longer worried about being seen anxious? And how would you feel if you didn't worry about what others thought of you? All right, so that's the end of the email. I will leave it here. Again, go check out and register for the live coaching webinar series, Overcome the Fear of Being Seen Anxious, by going to bit.ly/seen anxious. And I'll talk to you tomorrow for part 2 of this 3-part email series. Bye for now.